What? What?
Thank you, Jordan.
Hey, me the leaves. I need the paper.
All right. Give some people some time to tune in. We went live yesterday, and then I had some music in the background, and I couldn't have that music in the background. And I tried to make changes to it and drop the music. And so I said, you know what? I'll just do it again. It's okay. You know, and so it should be better, right? Because now you can hear me clearly, and we can get some better slides, because I noticed those slides weren't as good as they could have been, and I tweaked them some today. So I'm hoping that the people who were able to get through the messy part, like that first 20 minutes of the recording, they were able to see those slides, but they weren't as clear. So I tried to go ahead and make it larger for you. Okay, just some information I want to share with you real quick. 1 second. So I'll get to it. 1 second. JJ. Hey. Huh? Nuh-uh. Just heat this up. Just heat that up on me, please. So I just wanted to share some information with you. Of course, if you don't know who I am, I'm Ivy, and I do the vaginal detoxing. I'm the owner and the founder of Womb Healing Pearls, Vaginal Pearls, and I run Chandrai Pretty. So I specialize in STD prevention awareness, detoxing vaginas, cleansing out wombs, educating women as much as possible in the area of self-care, self-help awareness. That's what I do. So what I want to share today is pretty much some information surrounding why I do what I do, why it's important that everyone else who pretty much is a person such as myself should do what I do. And it's not just like the whole gamut of everything, but there's certain things in my profession, in my life, in my culture that should be relatively easy for someone else to mimic because it's from a good source. So I try to educate as much as possible, and I also encourage education. So, you know, I enjoy listening to other people who are also in the same mindset and can provide the same, if not even better, greater, or genre of information. I appreciate that. So just to get started, this is something I want to share with you. Yesterday when I did the slide, we went in the opposite direction, but today we'll just start it from the beginning, and I'll go through it. But because we specialize in STD prevention awareness, there is something within our culture that has caused us to be a certain way when it comes to certain things. There was a significant period in our life where things turned around, right? We have a lot of privileges here. We have a good systems, you know, sort of say. We even have what we call, you know, a government, right? But it's not always as functional as it should be. This is our history, or the era of our life as it exists in America, or as the existence started in America. And this is history in perspective. So even by looking at this chart, this is not truly us as a people, our history. This is the American history. And our history started in America with slavery. It's recorded 246 years. It could have been easily more than that. But this is where this particular time started. This is, I believe, where the recordings took place. Okay. And so there was a significant period of slavery. Then you had segregation. And now this is where we are. We're supposed to be in the green. Right? Nice little colors they put on there, you know. But this is so-called our history. This is it. This is like slavery, reconstruction or reform. Eventually, now, you know, you have your civil rights movement, and some things happened while Ronald Reagan was president in this section here. So we are over here in the U.S. Yesterday I was saying, X marks the spot. When you think about the prevalence of STDs, STDs are known as gateways. Those are gateways to viruses. Because it breaks us down, it breaks down our immune system, it makes us more susceptible to various strands of bacteria and disease. And so, in some areas, us as a culture of people, or just as the entire population of a country, have a high incidence of STDs like chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis. We also have a high prevalence of having the herpes simplex virus, HIV, and AIDS. This chart right here isn't as specific. This is just the overall according to our population. So that's something to keep in mind. Even with that being said, there's budget cuts, right? So in something that's so prevalent in the entire country as a whole, there's not always enough funding. And I don't want to be sarcastic about this. They say there's no money. Something that is a gateway to various other illnesses and things in life, there's no money for preservation of that, obviously. That is not where the money is. It's not for preservation of health, because you can see it here. This is just some information, and this came from the Black Lives Matter website. So our expectancy rate is pretty low. It's Black people, and this is true, true data. This isn't a long time to live, really. If you think about it, right? So let's check some stuff out. I went through this yesterday. You just want to focus always just on the darker areas. The darker areas is pretty much our population of people, African American people such as myself. So those are the darker areas. This one right here, and of course this information is public information, and this is the STD information for New York City for the 2015 year. Okay, and this is only reported information, so this isn't people who aren't going in to be tested. These are the people who actually went in to be tested. So that's where these numbers are coming from. So you focus on the darker areas, and those are pretty much African American, and sometimes you get the trickle down effect with Hispanic people. So you want to definitely take a look at that. Focus on those areas. We have residential segregation by race in New York City. So there is a predominant sector of a certain group of people in certain areas. Okay, the darker areas, that is the African American population. Okay, so this is from the Census Bureau. So either they knock on your door or somehow verify that you do exist on this planet. That's where these numbers are coming from. Okay, so that's what they were able to document. Okay, so we see what else we got here. These are those same areas again. We have several charts. This is that same information. You want to focus on those bold areas, and you get to see other things that are being dealt with at a very alarming rate in the same areas. So there's a trend. There's a series of events that's constantly occurring in these areas with these people. Okay, you have absenteeism, so children don't go to school. They have truancy. There are different reasons why your children don't go to school. There's the same area is poverty, so they're not even going to school for the free lunch. If they get free lunch, they're not going to school for that. So they're not getting an education. They're not being fed. And then there's a alarming unemployment rate. So they don't go to school. They're not getting an education of any sort. Some people are dropping out of school. They're not getting jobs, or there's no jobs available, or it's being taken by somebody else, or it's just you just decided not to hire this person because they're Black, or there may be some other issues going on in their life and you feel like you had to screen them out of a position, right? And so because of the unemployment rate, a lot of people will have to apply for assistance. And so these numbers, when it comes to poverty, are basically numbers for people who went and applied for something, because it has to be recorded somehow, right? So it's not for everybody. It's just for those people. Then you have this jail incarceration rate I mentioned yesterday, and I mentioned it today. Jay-Z did some documentary on the incarceration rate. And then there was also a special on Netflix called 13th, which is also really good about the incarceration rate. Very, very good to watch. It's really, really good. So when you look at this, this is a trend. Now, there's no circle on here like a cycle, but this is a cycle. This is a system, and this is how it works. And it's constant in every asset or facet of your life, because all of these things affect you as a person. All of this affects us, right? This chart is not as technical as it seems, right? But basically, these are all the blues are all the areas of poverty. How much poverty is there? There's very little poverty towards the end. And towards the end, those people get sick from something that's really like a really bad thing like salmonella, okay? But then in areas up further to the left, they're higher up. So they have higher poverty rates. And in those higher poverty rates, people who are not getting fed, or however they've defined poverty, they're suffering from gonorrhea, chlamydia, HIV, and syphilis. Okay, tuberculosis was skipped over, but you know they have vaccinations for that, so that's all a vaccinational issue. These are the STDs, the ones that are gateways to HIV and to other viruses. That's what's predominant in these neighborhoods because of the poverty, right? Let's see. Let me find some more stuff for you. Well, we have some other information, and I'll just share this with you so we can just wrap this up. But when you visit ShawnJariPretty.com's website, I know there's a lot of information on there, and there's a big need for this process to be in place, for me to be able to help you and for you to be able to help yourself and to always be able to help yourself, right? So there's a big demand on the services that I provide, and there's a big demand on me because I have a big demand for women, and I really want you to think about this as something that you should be doing in your life as a part of self-help and self-awareness. We do this for STD prevention, STD awareness, and for our longevity, our overall health for ourselves, right? Of course, a lot of people who are pretty familiar with me, because I have some subscribers, I have some groups and everything, you are pretty much familiar with what I offer on the site, and you should know if you subscribe to the site that we are doing the Pink Friday special, so you can go ahead and get those pearls to last you through the spring, right? So you'll click on the prepping tab. It's going to last you through the spring because you've already gone through your regimen, so you're okay. Now you're just doing your maintenance, so you're good, right? I know you all heard about the elixir. That's one of our new products. But what you want to do is you want to scroll down the site. It's on there. You want to scroll down the site, and then you want to go ahead and get those Pink Friday specials. So this right here, getting ready, if you're new to detoxing, you do get instructions with your kit, right? Everybody gets instructions. And some of you women, you get your kit, you get your instructions, and you just take off. You go, you're good forward. It's a good experience. Some women may need extra guidance, and that's okay. A lot of women love to have consultations, and that's good, okay? Everything on this site, whatever you see, and I always ask, check the site out and let me know if you saw something that interested you. But for everything that's on this site, it's going to assist you in taking care of yourself, no matter what it is, okay? So these healing kits, what we had on the site is like the $20 kit. That's because there's some people who, guess what, you need this and you want it and you're concerned, and that's okay. We can get you started, right? You want to get started. And I don't want you to feel like you have to spend all of your life savings on this, because you don't, right? But I want you to go ahead and get it good. So we have some other products like the sage. There is some sage on the website, and that's just for clearing your air out. And a lot of women are familiar with that. But you also want to, clear the airs out in your home and, in certain aspects of your life if you choose to. That aloe vera juice that I speak about, and it's also available on this site, that's for fluid retention. A lot of people are swelling up, and it's from your salt intake. And also, it's just that our bodies retain fluid. So you just want to make sure that you're doing that flush. The steam pots, a lot of women are familiar with the steam pots. You can do the steam pots, and when you do the steam pot, it's you can use it or a man can use it. Plus, you can easily break it down, and I'm going to show you everything. So this is the Pink Friday special. You can get those pearls. The elixir, a lot of people have heard of the elixir, but this is a honey elixir, so it has that honey consistency to it. You want to just go ahead and take that and use your honeycomb. Stir it up when you first get it. Dip your honeycomb in there and then put it in your hot beverage. If you get the entire kit, then it comes with an herbal tea that you can also use in conjunction with the elixir. Otherwise, you can put it in your favorite hot beverage or just with some hot water. Again, this is that kit I spoke of earlier. That's the 20 bucks. You can do that. And remember, if you subscribe to the website, you are entitled to discounts. So definitely go ahead and check that out. The steam pots, the soap dish. Okay, so we did that. Let me take you back up. Let me take you back up, because there's some women who say they want the kit. They see the kits on the site. Some people want the kits, and that's a good thing, because you want to get started. And guess what? I don't want you to be forever in this process. I'm going to do this for you, and we're going to get this out the way. We're going to take care of this, right? You've dealt with it long enough, right? You get to that point in your life, you say enough is enough. So these are vaginal detoxing kits. And as you can see, as you scroll through the site, the kits that we do carry now comes with the elixir. If you subscribed, then you did receive the promotional email so that you could get that 25% off. So, check out the website, look out for it. If you did not get that notice, it will go out again. That email will go out again. So go ahead and subscribe, because if you're ready to just go ahead and get it all done, then great. That multiple STD kit. Multiple STDs doesn't mean that you currently have multiple STDs. I'm sorry, that's not what that means. That means in the past, if you've had more than one STD, this is the kit that you get. Okay? Right now, if you have multiple STDs, you need to see a doctor and get you some antibiotics for those diseases. Okay? If you suspect that you have an STD, you need to go to the clinic and get tested. Okay? Let's think about our presentation. This is all about self-help, self-awareness, STD prevention, right? But you can get that. This is that steam pot I was speaking of. We have the jar of the herbs and everything. It's a nice steam pot. You can adjust the heat. You can remove the top piece. You can put a facial barrier on there. When you put that facial barrier on there, you can do a facial steam, which is great. And I'll show you. You can do that. You get your steam with it. Scoop it out, put it in there. You can adjust how much steam you want come out at a time. You can sit on there. It's going to hold you up. This is how the ion reds lights show up on there. You got that little plastic piece in the middle that's going to hold your herbs. You have these buttons on the bottom. That's to adjust your temperature. Right? So this is everything that you get. You're going to get your measuring cup. Make sure you put everything in there. Add your water to it. You get your cake. There's also a filtration system that's added to this. This is the front of the pot. That's the ion lights again. All right, so this is the pot, and if you want to get that, you can. So let's go back. We'll go through these kits. All right, looseness, dryness prevention. Let's say you're going through menopause and you're experiencing that, and let's say you're not even in a stage of menopause. You're still having your period, but for some reason you still feel a little looseness down there. You're not as moist as you used to be or as you desire to be, then you would want to go ahead and get that, and it's good. HSV support, whether you're having outbreaks or not, you want to go ahead and get your kit. There's also a HSV support, his and hers, because there are some people who live together with that, couples that are married, what have you. And so you can go ahead and get that. Plus it comes with the elixir. So you get an elixir and your partner also gets an elixir. So we do have the men elixirs in the King collection for any of our male viewers. You can also get the HSV products. Okay. So it's available to you. The fertility, there it is, the HSV his and hers. Check it out. PCOS, that's for polycystic ovarian syndrome. This is a syndrome. Some people who have PCOS, their parents, their mom had it, or their grandmother had it, or there can be multiple people in their family with this. You want to get the PCOS kit. Endometriosis, a lot of people suffer from mild stances of endometriosis. not too many in the stage 4. However, there is a significant prevalence of women with endometriosis. So you just want to give that a look. Check it out. Again, this is my website. There's some other information on here. You got your Johnny Angel Mariah collection. If you've heard of the Sweet Pea collection, let me tell you about the Sweet Pea collection. And let me also just give you a look. So the Sweet Pea collection, we started that collection this year, maybe about a month back. Once you're done with your healing, once we cleanse you out, you're good, everything's good, you're feeling more confident, you feel so clean, everything is good. So you're manifesting, everything is going good for you. Then guess what? We go into the sexual healing aspect. Our sexual healing collection, which is the Sweet Pea collection, is a collection of all fruit botanicals for the body, and it's so nourishing. So we have a strawberry soap, and then we have the strawberry salve, and we have blueberry and mango and kiwi and banana, and then we have some other little special ones that like caramel. So we have some good ones too. A friend of mine said that it's good to have a Sweet Pea collection for us ladies, but she wanted something for the man, so I even want to do some other flavors, which would be lovely. So we got those, right? So this is the banana, and these are already sealed up. So this is how it would come to you anyway. So you got banana, and then this is kiwi. It's good if you get to see them. If you get to see them side by side. This is rose, which is the original, the classic. That's the first one. And then you have strawberry. Let me show you this blueberry. I'll show it to you. This is the blueberry. So these are all very, very good. And guess what? You can rub it anywhere, wherever. You can even rub it on your lips, right? It's really good. The soap is the same way. When you wash it with the soap, that's your flavor for that day or for that particular period in time. And it's okay, right? Definitely want to check those out. This is the elixir. Just want to show that to you. You get the elixir and you get your honeycomb stick. I don't know if you saw that earlier, but this is what you get. Go ahead and scoop it. Stir it up good when you first get it. Then you just take your hot beverage and stir it up in there. And this is sealed too, right? So you get that. Another product, that we have from the Sweet Pea collection is the foaming bath. This is nice. This is very, very nice, and it smells really, really good. So this is the foaming bath. You've seen it. It's part of the entire collection. So you would get the soap, the foaming bath, the salve, and then you would also get the capsules. And if you've not seen those capsules, well, sorry. Well, I'll show you those capsules. But I brought you something else. These are the soaps, right? And I'm still a work in progress, okay? So right now they're in these clear plastics, okay? They are. But although these are the soaps, 3 of them, anyway, one just dropped. For the Sweet Pea collection, the strawberry, mango, kiwi, the same things, right? Coconut, just what you want. You'll still get a nice pretty soap box. This is the endometriosis healing bar for those who have endometriosis. The tea that I spoke of earlier that you can use with the elixir. This is your tea. Just make sure you shake it when you get it. Shake it up real good, right? Get everything nice. Then you go ahead and put this in your tea bags. You should have tea bags in your kit with a little drawstring on there. So you can definitely use it, and then you can preserve what's in here or do something else with it. It's clearly up to you, but it's really good, and it's all botanical, and that's the good thing about it. So you get that, and this is for the King collection. These are the salves, and this is a maximum strength. This is for the guys, their little stuff. So pretty much that's it. Again, let's just stay focused on self-help and awareness and STD prevention as a people, despite anything that has gone on. let's do that, because that's what I like to do. And as I mentioned earlier, this would be something that everyone else will be interested in too, right? Because it's good for you, right? It's good for us. It's good for our people. So keep that in mind and have a good day. And now I'm gonna stop recording.
Why you talk like that?
Talk like what, black child?
Like that. You don't talk like how you normally talk.
Well, because I'm working right now.
Voice.
Yeah, I get high pitched. Yes, I do. You want me to talk like this?
That's not how you talk either.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be talking like this, Jari.
That's not how you talk either.
Well, why are you spitting? Can you not spit when you're talking?
What you deepening your voice for?
When?
Right now, you deepening it. Keep
Yeah.
it like how you normally
You want me to
talk
just say break the whole time like
Please don't do that.
How do you want me to get my voice, Jari?
Don't get your voice high.
How low you want me to take it?
Don't get your voice low. Keep
Where
it
you
normal.
want it? Where is? Tell me where that is.
How you normally talk.
Like you, how low do you want me to go on my voice? Is it? Am I talking normal now?
I guess so.
I know you should know. Is this normal for me right now?
I guess so.
But
It
you know,
might. I'm not sure.
but that live stream that wasn't
That's
it.
not your normal voice now.
And this one right here might be.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jari Ruffin. It says that our stream health is excellent.
Wait, are you still streaming?
I think it's off. It's set on.
Jay talking about he coming outside at 2:45 because his phone got a charge. I said, well, get off of it.
Right, Jari. Oh, you brought it in here. Thank you. Jari, you see my phone out there? Is it right here on where you got your stuff at? Something, buddy.
Crazy drug addiction got me fat for me.
Alright. Let that thing charge up. Joy, I thought she heard the other CD.
That is it.
Oh, so all those other songs was on there too?
No. That's something else. But I mean, it got some type of songs on it. I was in the back of that. What was?
Yeah, how many you got? You did a lot of those, Sean.
Right.
I still want to do them like this.
You get them close.
You want to do them like this, right?
I don't think I'm gonna be bad.
Well, no, you can't do
I can get two of them. You said I could get two if I did
said,
this.
yeah.
Okay, and I did. I took half of it.
Let me see. That's it.
That is not half of it. You know how much I got from that? That was not half that you picked out.
Only 200
That wasn't
of them.
half. That wasn't half. Okay,
so
I can tell you, I bet you it's not 100 on you.
Okay, go ahead, count.
No, you count it. Because I know it's not 100.
How many you got over there? Let me see how many you got.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, just give me these. Let me see.
Hello, what you doing?
I'm gonna stack them up over here, child.
Hey, why you bring this up here?
Why bring what over there?
This.
The rest of them.
I'm not doing that, man. James talking about he coming out at freaking 2:45.
He said he gotta clean his room up.
No, he got to charge his phone now.
He could have charged it over here. Why didn't he charge over here? Alright. Alright.
I want your body. Who you talking to, Jordan?
Jay here.
No, you see his phone. His phone is on 20%. Yeah. Let me run it out, yeah. Run it up, I just want the books, yeah. Wait, your live stream is still on.
I'm trying to, that's what I'm looking at now. Huh?
It's $8.
Okay. I'm sorry, I don't even, I turned the broadcast off.